Whenever Luis enters in this cutscene, I feel like the bass riff from Seinfeld should play immediately after. Also, I appreciate you putting deeper poke in the subtitles.
I had to make sure it was clear to anyone who wasn't listening what was going on.
Now, for those who have not seen this cutscene before, pay attention to where this tentacle is coming from.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Yeah, death by tentacle wang. Not exactly the most graceful way to go.
We'll make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back.
Louis! Louis!
Oh, that's a classic.
And that's how Luis died in the original. He walked through a door and got stabbed by Tentacle Wang.
After a life of boning others, he finally got boned.
He didn't even get to go on a minecart ride.
No, this was before Leon and Ashley even reunited.
Yeah, this was when Ashley was still being kidnapped. In fact, immediately following this sequence is where you play as Ashley.
You won't get away with this, Krauser.
Yeah, Luis got a much more dignified send-off in the remake.
It wouldn't have been great if Krauser also had a tentacle wang.
No, I don't think that would be.
I don't know if he'd be able to hide it as well as Sadler.
I'm sure at least one person on AO3 would be very happy.
That he has one, or that he can't hide it as well as Sadler?
Both.
Alright, so not a whole lot to go pick up in the Krauser boss arena. So let's just move on, I guess.
I don't think there's a point of no return here, is there?
I don't believe that it is, because I cut out a lot of backtracking in this chapter.
Leon, there's only time to say this once, so listen up. They took your friend to the top of the clock tower. If you hurry, you might get there before she turns into one of them.
So you aren't heartless after all. I guess I should be thankful?
Yeah, you should.
Okay, yeah, so they didn't actually cut the clock tower entirely from the remake, they just moved it.
They combined
it with another set piece. Also, we're back in the big ballroom.
Oh, right. I'm just remembering. There's something in the hedge maze, isn't there?
Yeah, I think this is about where the that quest to go get the scratched emerald opens up. If you didn't do it like the second it was available, like I did, we can also go to back to the throne room for stuff. So we should go do that.
Yeah. Definitely, totally, very important to go to the throne room.
Like, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For the folks at home, we've been having technical difficulties, but that'll just make any awkward silences even funnier.
Anyway, there's a bunch of dudes here and some teenage spaghettis just kind of floating around.
They're crawling?
Don't shoot the teenage spaghettis. They're having a hard time as it is.
Floating, crawling, same diff.
Don't you remember how hard it was going through Spaghetti High School?
Well, I went through human high school.
It's just it's the same, right?
Present for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I was trying to think of a joke to make about bright lights, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that.
Well, you know who isn't drawing blanks? Our friend Leon here.
Does it count as not drawing blanks if he just keeps reusing the same jokes?
I mean, he's just practicing his material. You know, stand-up comedians have a specific set they use when they're on tour, and they've got to practice their best jokes to make sure the timing is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, okay, fine. So, welcome back to the throne room. Here's the pit that we were sent down.
Throne room's really red.
Incredibly. Also, just a bucket here for some reason.
I mean, sometimes you gotta put a tiny bucket on the end of a very big crane. Wait, Noble Pursuit, that's... I thought that was supposed to be alcohol.
The fusion of human and insect, also known as alt-right grifters.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, that's much better than my Breath of the Wild reference. or worse? I'm not sure how to look at it.
I don't know either.
Who is this mysterious U3?
U3 is the right hand of Master Ramon.
And unfortunately, like the other right hand, it was cut off from this game.
Maybe we'll see what U3 would be like in the remake in upcoming DLC if it exists.
If it exists, yeah. Still holding out hope for like a dating sim visual novel from Luis's perspective, where every choice gets you the worst ending.
You know, I realized that we were talking, or like every time we bring up the possibility of DLC for RE4R, like we talk about it like it's a sure thing. But it also occurs to me that none of the Resident Evil remakes have had DLC.
Ooh.
I thought 2 didn't 2 remake have those alternate scenarios?
Right.
Yeah.
Like the arcade
it had the
mode
Ghost
things?
Survivors. It had Ghost Survivors. Okay, never mind. That's the only one so far.
And those weren't canon. Those were just like little arcade mode things where you played as random NPCs from the story mode.
Yeah, nothing like additional campaigns like what oh, that's a fancy portrait of Ramon.
Yes.
Man, I'm tired. We should take a break.
Oh, if only the chickens weren't in frame.
No, the chickens are what really makes this scene.
Yeah, just taking a break and then watching a chicken lay an egg? Still warm.
You know, I feel like committing some petty vandalism. Do you feel like committing some petty vandalism?
Whatever could you be alluding to?
I mean, more than just destroying all of the pottery. Maybe something a little more additive rather than subtractive, if you catch my meaning.
No, you don't need to egg him on like that. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Also, the little "there's no time to rest" bit where Leon just kind of sits in the throne like a Dracula. That was also in the original game, but it was much later.
And a different throne.
Yeah, not really sure it really made sense for a throne to be where it was in the original game. Not that Resident Evil 4 makes a whole lot of sense to begin with, but you know.
That's why that's part of its charm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, the fact that like it's just kind of a hodgepodge of so many different things just coming together to make something way greater than the sum of its parts is kind of incredible.
Yeah, I forget if I made this comparison before in the LP, but I think that Resident Evil 4 tone-wise is the Army of Darkness of the Resident Evil series. In terms of having that specific balance of tone between camp and horror.
Right. Anyway, when we came out of the elevator, I probably should have turned around to get this quest to go deface Ramon's portrait.
Hello, stranger.
Petty vandalism.
We'll be back. Don't worry. I just wanted to make sure I had the quest this time because it was actually available. Okay, so with the quest here, it may seem like the idea is to just destroy the portrait, but you can't stab it. Can't shoot it. But we can egg it.
Hell yeah.
I recommend using a brown egg or a white egg for this, not the gold egg.
Excellent throw.
That should do it.
Also, doing this side quest will disqualify you from knife-only runs.
What? Really?
Because because you've used a non-knife weapon.
That's horseshit. I'm sorry.
I know, it's dumb.
That's ridiculous. I couldn't notice you didn't sell your golden egg.
Yeah, if anyone says that they're going to do an all side quests knife only run, you now know that they're lying.
Or that they're going to be horrifically disappointed.
Specific needs. Oh, it's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Anyway, yeah, I'm holding on to this golden egg for a little bit.
Will that be your... Don't get yourself killed.
Like
now.
it is a full heal, I think.
Yeah, also, I mean, gold eggs they are not a rare drop. They're in specific scripted spots in the remake.
Anyway, let's take a carriage ride.
Oh, so that's where the ski lift from 2-3 went.
There's the clock tower. Hang in there, Ashley.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's not the target gallery that it was in the original game, but close enough.
I feel like it might also be a surrogate for the weird cart rides in the castle itself.
Yeah.
Although one of those does still exist. It's just you don't need to use it.
You are nothing, if not unyielding, Mr. Kennedy. However, I'm afraid it ends here. Expel this intruder!
Shit.
So, welcome to the new clock tower. It's been combined with, I forget what area this was in the original game.
It's a combination of a couple of random ideas from Chapter 4. Sort of melded together. Like, this is the end of Disc 1 on the GameCube version.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never played the actual GameCube version, so I didn't realize that the split was, like, so close to the, end of the game.
The split, because I'm guessing, is because they couldn't fit assets for the next location of the game, which is completely different with brand new enemy types, onto a single disc.
Yeah, probably.
Ah, nice pirouette, sir. Excellent.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go around. Where did you come from? Just gonna go around, take care of that Castellan, pick up any treasures I can find.
I thought I saw a much larger Castellan, but I seem to have lost track of him.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I saw one too, but I'm sure he'll turn up.
Ah, that's what you're
I mean,
missing.
why settle for the why settle for the Clockwork Castellans when you have the real thing?
You know what, you're right. He did leave the room. I guess that's why we're chasing after him, huh? Oof.
I have to wonder if these guys are wearing robes to obfuscate where their legs are, so it's harder to get leg shots.
And, I mean, legs are harder to animate.
True.
Oh, here it comes.
Huh,
What's
that's a big
that?
statue.
Well, I suppose that is a very large Castellan. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
There's a sneaky lamp.
I still can't believe that the DLC treasures are just, or the pre-order bonus. Oh, hello.
Yeah, so, this giant Castellan breathes fire.
I gotta say, he's a lot more intimidating than the real thing.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, the real...
He also, comes up to match your, elevation.
The real thing thinks he spits fire. This one actually does.
So yeah, this is a set piece that came from the original game that I don't think anyone was expecting to come back at all in the remake.
Oh yeah. You made
as much as I liked, yeah.
There's a barrel you can blow up in the back of his head to just end the thing so that you can go through without getting blasted by fire.
Yeah, the giant Salazar statue in the original is amazing, and I was, like I said, I was definitely not expecting this to come back.
Yeah, so in the original version, the giant Salazar statue just kind of chases Leon like the boulder in 1-1. It's just so fucking random that like a giant Salazar-shaped Gundam just comes out of nowhere and starts trying to run down Leon.
Well, I wouldn't say
nice
it comes out of nowhere. Because it's...
Fine.
You have to platform over it for a bit.
Yeah, there's a whole sequence where there's two switches. You have to raise platforms to cross the water first.
And those platforms are his hands.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Just the fact that there's a giant, like, mobile Salazar, though, like, no one thought that was coming back in any form.
It says more about Salazar's ego than it does the actual architecture of the castle.
Now, if you want
Anyway, here's another set piece from the original where a giant spike ball just kind of comes down the stairs and you gotta get out of the way.
Oh, that man just kind of phased through it.
I don't know how he did that, but yeah, like if you can time like stuff like melee prompts just right, you can also just phase through like the Salazar fire or the spike balls.
And if you want to hear a quick and short fun anecdote about new Salazar statue, I didn't realize you could blow up the barrel. I didn't even notice the barrel the first time through.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize it either. To which I discovered that unless you're that I don't think it's possible to tank the fire or tank that lower level where you would have to go through the fiery path without taking damage.
Yeah,
there's an alternate path that you're expected to go around.
Yeah, if you don't realize you could blow that up, you're gonna get burnt at least once.
Yeah, I think I took a game over to the like trying to avoid the spike ball and the fire at the same time. And then on my climb up, I noticed that there was a red barrel on the back of his head.
I mean, it's a small wonder none of us noticed it immediately, because that's the prime position for a bullet. I want to put a bullet in the back of Salazar's dinky little noggin.
Anyway, now that we've dealt with that guy, no, the spike balls aren't going to be coming down for us anymore.
So you're saying that the Salazar statue set piece is more of a power fantasy then?
Oh, that was a really aggressive groan.
It was. I'm just gonna go down and make sure I got all of the pesetas. So I got like 6 dudes with that? 7? Good enough.
Can't believe Salazar tried to build a power fantasy for himself and only ended up building a power fantasy for other people.
You'd make a good game designer. Or would he? I actually don't know that much about it.
I think the jury's out on that one.
Ooh, an extravagant clock.
I think
Just gonna.
I think Ramon would put his cultists to work coding it, and that wouldn't go well.
I mean, maybe if he ended up just making like WarioWare kind of games.
Oh, so he's the venture capitalist who buys out the indie company and does nothing himself and just has everyone do 120-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I wouldn't pin him down for doing any legit work.
Or if he does, he just does like the bare minimum. Okay, now that I've got all the treasures, let's start this set piece.
Also taken from the original. And just as annoying.
Yeah, this set piece sucks.
This new set piece has a trophy associated with it that I have not gotten yet.
Yes, I was about to mention. I don't mind it that much, except if you're going for a specific trophy, which is to go through the elevator without it stopping once. And it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, except that if there are too many enemies on the elevator at a time, that's when it stops, because it reaches the weight limit, because Otacon made an extra prototype camouflage suit.
It's not even too many enemies. If a single enemy lands on that thing, it stops.
Oh, I thought it just slowed down if it was 1 and stopped if it was 2. Maybe I'm just
You're
making
thinking
things up
of
again.
classic RE4.
Oh, yeah, that would explain it.
It's a lot easier. That challenge would be a lot easier, I think, in the original, because like enemies are allowed to touch the elevator and it won't slow down. Oh, also, there's a red cultist like way at the top, so
Need to drop some weight.
yeah, I don't like this.
In the original, it's also easier to deal with because all the enemies spawn from like a single position on the very top of the building. So you could you literally just camp out there and shoot them as they jump down.
Yeah, that too. This one, enemies actually do come from like all sides.
Seems
Yeah, we only have-
I'm glad.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm glad that enemies like corpses don't matter as far as elevator weight goes. Although I think they might just disintegrate.
Yeah, I feel like the elevator challenge was something you were meant to do on New Game Plus.
Probably, yeah. Like, this is the kind of thing like you kind of gotta know,
Yeah.
like in advance, where everything's coming from. Bye.
Yeah.
Did I take the shield?
For the enemies, this sequence is called the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, some of these guys are just dropping down from directly above.
Yeah, which is how it worked in the original. It's exactly. There was a giant hole in the ceiling, and they would consider that a ledge, and it would drop down. That's how the game logic worked.
Like, I guess you just gotta camp out in the middle of the platform and aim your infinite rocket launcher directly up.
I mean, I used the Chicago typewriter back when I speedran New Game Plus, but yeah, that's the basic idea.
Oh, she didn't have the decency to turn around as she fell.
And for that, she dies.
I think it's funnier, just honestly, just kicking them off the elevator. I don't really know why I doubled back to go take care of those two enemies.
Spite.
Whatever.
You gave them a lift on the lift.
Dong.
Ah, it's the hourly dong, composed by Philip Glass. I just rewatched Glass Onion recently, so that joke was on my mind.
I feel like hourly dong is a Twitter that exists.
It's definitely a Tumblr that exists.
Ashley.
You know, I forgot that Ramon comes out first, and I was sitting there trying to figure out what the hell they did to Ashley's model.
Oh no!
He had his hands behind his back, so it makes sense for someone with their arms tied behind them.
Alright, we gotta go after Ashley. Let's hurry. I'm just gonna take care of these guys ahead of time. I think that's all of them.
You need to hurry over these planks coming up. Don't stop running, whatever you do.
Go, Leon! Go, go, go! No time to stop, Leon. Just go!
Keep running! Oh, I'm so glad you showed that off.
All right, let's take it from the top this time.
Time to snipe those two cultists again. Unstable surfaces. I didn't like this bit.
Yeah, so... Sorry, what was that?
I didn't like this bit. There's no reason to... I mean, I guess he stops and, looks at it carefully after you run for a little bit the first time, but I didn't like that bit.
Understandable. I just think it's really funny that, you could... If you just fall, the game will immediately tell you, hey, dipshit, don't run on unstable surfaces.
Gamers not only cannot look up, but they will never use a walk button if you give them a run.
I want to go fast. You gotta hurry and save Ashley.
And that's why you spam the crouch button.
Or rhythmically tap sprint, but I don't know if that would work on the unstable surface, to be fair.
I don't think it would, because I think sprint is a toggle, or at least it is by default.
I think so, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hold off on selling my my pricey gems because I do want to use them for something next chapter, I think.
Yeah.
Or if it's the original Evil Within, the fastest way to go through the 4 slow sequences is to just use your standard melee attack. So Sebastian's just constantly punching the air and slightly faster moving forward.
I didn't know that. Oh yeah, time to combine that. Oh, you didn't screw it up, dang.
You got it right this time. I'm proud of you.
Man, it's been 18 episodes since I did that.
People don't forget Argate.
You're never
expecting
forgot
people
either.
on the internet to forget about something embarrassing you did? How naive, young man.
Anyway, I'm gonna take the broken butterfly with me because with all the goodies that the game's kind of just dropped on in our lap, I think something big's about to happen.
It's definitely a clean prediction and not prior experience.
There was a side quest backtracking to the hedge maze. Did we do that in a previous video? I can't remember.
Collect the scratched emerald?
Yeah, from the Raven's Nest.
Yeah, I did that the second it was available, right after Leon and Ashley got separated. Just to demonstrate that you don't have to wait for the side quest to appear to do that one.
Was that cultist wearing heels?
I didn't get a good look.
Hey man, just because you're part of a Death Plagas cult doesn't mean you can't be fashionable.
And so, I have delivered the girl to you as promised.
I have gained a wonderful superpower, the ability to clip through girls' hair.
Servant Ramon.
Oh, Ashley just kind of gave up.
Something glitched out. The video kind of glitched out there for a second. Is that just a preview file?
Such a fool.
It probably is.
To have been bestowed with Lord Sadler's.
You talk too much.
It failed.
Oh, that was a quick boss fight.
Utterly uncivilized. Mongrel.
Oh, I didn't think
Well,
they.
that was easy.
I didn't think they reduced such an important boss fight to just a cutscene. Maybe they had to cut it for time.
I mean, they basically turned the alligator into
Wait, there was a brief
cutscene
shot
in,
of some tentacles there that looked
R2R.
distressingly like Ouroboros.
Stage is set for the final
Oh
Yeah,
no, it's
Ramon.
that fuck you demon from DMC Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, this is time to fight Ramon.
So in the original, Salazar had like 2 lines about how this operation was a theater, was all a stage play, and they decided to make that this whole gimmick in the remake boss. Or at least there's dialogue.
I will admit I don't usually fight Salazar in the original game. Like I just buy a rocket launcher and just deal with it like that. But yeah, I think it's really funny that like he's just all in on theater talk.
I mean, we don't get to have that in
They
the
made
codec
Salazar
calls.
into a theater kid.
So yeah, Salazar or Ramon, whatever, he is very mobile and he will shoot acid at you. It fucking hurts.
Yeah, and this is a huge contrast to the original, where he was just a big globby thing that stood in one place and made up for it by most of his attacks instantly killing you.
He does still have at least one instant kill attack in the remake.
Yeah.
But I think the fight overall is fine. Like I did have fun with it at least on this run, I think. Just keep moving, and whenever he like stands still enough to open up his weak point, take a shot and shoot at any of the tumors that are on the ground.
If only fighting cancer was that easy in real life. Salazar, you are a shitty theater manager and a terrible director.
Oh, you're not gonna...
We might do that later.
You know, if there's like a special melee thing, I don't think I ever actually realized that you can do any.
Yeah, you can run up and give him a little bit of the old stabby stab.
Yeah, I don't think I ever realized I could do that.
Okay, now he's starting to talk like a stage manager.
I don't know how that that shower of acid didn't get me there. I guess he just doesn't have a whole lot of like verticality
Well,
in
it
his
didn't
spray.
kill him because Leon didn't hit his mark.
I am now noticing that he's got like a weird wheezing honk noise to like preempt the vomit.
Again, just like anyone you would find on like a Spring Awakening Tumblr page. Are my theater references becoming too specific now?
Maybe.
No, at one point, Salazar does call Leon, I believe, Puliacito or something similar to that. That is actually a traditional character in Spanish theater. It was kind of like Tom Thumb, but for Spain. Well, I guess Ramon considers Don Quixote references to be beneath him. Oh, I forgot that's what the trophy was named.
And it's curtains for Ramon.
Exit stage left.
I also just really like that I got that final shot in right before he spewed acid right in my face.
I apologize for that terrible Snagglepuss impression.
Anyway, here's a fun little quirk. If you throw the golden egg at him, you'll do like 70% of his health in one shot.
There's even that prompt and the little arrows indicating you'll get a button prompt if you get closer.
You know, I noticed it in editing, and I just wanted to go for high damage.
See,
but yeah,
I think that Ramon's acid attack is a reference to how like the first 2 or 3 rows in a theater are called. I think they're called the umbrella area because you will be covered in spit from the actors projecting.
Ashley, no time to lose.
Anyway, that was Ramon. That was kind of a fun fight, honestly.
It was, yeah, in a very different way from how the original did it, but it's still a good fight.
One of these days, I should probably actually do the original fight legit.
It's pretty good. I mean, the big issue is the quick time events, which most of those are instant kill.
Oh joy!
I don't know. I thought it was easy enough.
The other big difference in the original is that there were just 2 levels of elevation. There was the platform you started on, and then an area on the bottom with supplies that leaves you more exposed.
Krauser, where do you think you're taking her?
Well,
There was something I wanted to say, but I can't. Seeing the boat like made me completely lose that thought.
He's gonna take her for a ride.
Well, now you know how to synchronize our audio.
I don't know. That wasn't synced at all.
On my end, it was.
No, but I will make it synced.
Turn around and look up. Turn around and look up. Oh wait, no, that's a DLC treasure, isn't it?
Probably.
Right,
I remember now. I don't know if it's hinted anywhere in game that Ramon is like horrifically weak to the golden egg. Like I thought there might have been like some journal entry that says that he's allergic to eggs or something, but I think that might just be someone like explaining that like on the internet, like, oh, he's weak to it because he's allergic, without anything backing that up.
Can't believe we fell for somebody's headcanon.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's funny. But yeah, he's just weak. He's just very weak to eggs. Don't give him a flu shot, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Or wait, maybe we do want him to get a flu
somehow.
shot. Don't make me egg you.
I'll admit, it was a bad yoke. Alright, I'll stop now.
You get the spicy egg for that one.
Oh no, not the spicy egg. Anything but that.
You'll get over it.
Sorry, I'm feeling a bit scrambled.
Perfect. Won't have to swim after all.
Yeah, this is exactly where Disc 1 ends. Right on this pier.
That just feels so weird to me because there's not that much game left, really.
It makes more sense when you consider it from the perspective of unique assets.
From that perspective, it makes sense to me. It's just like, it just feels like, I don't know, like there's not that much game left.
So wait, is this where we get a codec call telling us to change discs, and then Leon says, "No, wait, we're on the PlayStation 5."
Damn it, Ada, get a grip.
Man, installing the hard drives. What'll they think of next?
If it turns out that Metal Gear Solid 4 is going to be part of that re-release collection that Konami's doing, I hope that Christopher Randolph comes in just to re-record that joke for every new console that it's going on. And he sounds like 15 years older and nothing else changes.